Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I have a little different video for you, and it's about the Charlie Kirk case, and it is by one of the main YouTube channels I follow, and his name is Hustle, and he is getting really deep into the Charlie Kirk case. And so is Candace Owens. And I did not want to do the Charlie Kirk case until we found out some more information. But the more and more information that comes out, it's making it seem like there's a much bigger picture that the FBI and everyone does not want us to find out about. I think there's a big cover up going on, in my opinion, and I really hope Erica did not know about this, but it's looking more and more suspicious as time goes on. So let me know what you guys think about this whole case, and if you would like me to follow it into it some more, and so maybe we can get to the bottom of this case too. But if Tyler Robinson is going through trial and he was not the mastermind of this, I don't believe it's right. And I think that everyone that is trying to get to the bottom of this case, I really thank them, because Charlie Kirk getting shot, it really, really upset me. And he was a conservative guy. Not everyone liked him, but for a political assassination to happen in our country, that is not acceptable. And let's just get into the video. But this is a guy that I follow, and he's breaking it down pretty good. So let's get into the channel and get into the video, more rather, and you guys let me know what you think, and if you think we should look into this case more. So, alright, let's get into the video. Definitely leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I want you guys to let me know what you think. Please do. Alright, let me know what you think before the video, and then let me know what you think after the video. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, get into the video.
In China and doing a lot of work with the victims from sex trafficking, and then began to phase that into working with the Marine Corps and the Army.
Deception, a cover-up, and a calculated attempt to hijack everything Charlie Kirk built. We saw all of that after September 10th. Key voices disappeared. Narratives shifted, and anyone asking questions was branded the enemy. And throughout this madness, people kept looking to the leadership of Turning Point USA for answers. But they never came. Instead, we keep getting statements like this one.
God gave you free will. So if you're going to take every challenge that comes to you and you're going to look at it and say, I'm going to go retreat in a corner and be in fetal position so the Lord can't use me, or you're going to say, you know what, God, give me your strength, use me, use my life for your will. I don't know what today's going to look like, but I know that you do, and I trust you. The more that you can utilize that posture of your heart and your faith, the more that you can stand in front of people and say, call me what you want, say what you want, slander my name online. I don't care, because I know who I belong to, and my husband's in heaven, and everything else is just noise. But it puts into perspective that this world, I will tell you something, do not be surprised when the world acts like the world.
This attitude, of course, led people to ask another question. How did Erica Kirk seamlessly take control of TPUSA almost immediately after Charlie Kirk died? I mean, she was busy asking for donations even before the burial. She also stepped onto the national political stage almost overnight, and soon she was appearing alongside the president and the vice president again and again.
Charlie loved you. It's hard not to get emotional because I know that.
You guys, I have been wanting to cover the Charlie Kirk case, but I didn't want to speculate. I wanted to wait until we had more evidence, and more evidence is coming out with Candace Owens, and just things aren't seeming right. And I wanted to give Erica Kirk the benefit of the doubt. And you guys let me know how you feel about this. But this guy I have followed for a long time. And he really gets to the bottom of things. So let's hear what he has to say. And you guys let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to keep finding out and I'll keep making videos. If you want me to keep making videos about it, I will.
That he would have been the first phone call when he found out that you were going to be taking this position. And the way that I was able to witness the two of you work together for years and to champion and support the president was absolutely humbling to witness, and I am so proud of you. And Charlie is going to be with you every single day in spirit, and I will be praying for you every day because I know that this is just the beginning of an incredible opportunity for you. And sir, thank you for allowing Sergio to have this beautiful moment.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Joe.
So how does someone move from relative obscurity to the center of a national conservative movement that fast? And this is where we need to look at her background, because it just seems like she has spent her entire life training for this.
I was living in China and doing a lot of work with the victims from sex trafficking, and then began to phase that into working with the Marine Corps and the Army, and then was able to work with a orphanage in Romania to help sustain them during their winter seasons, and giving them more clothing items or tangible items rather than just money. So Everyday Heroes Like You has been kind of a evolving organization to help with the times that we're in. And it's been kind of fun because I've been able to meet a lot of people. But it's something that I've never been huge on fundraisers for ourselves, where it's like, send in money or send in whatever to make our organization run. It's more of a funnel where it's like, look, we're raising funds for this organization. I don't want your money. I want them to have your money. I don't want your clothing. I want them to have your clothing. So it's almost like a middle person for some things. So that's that. But that was started a while ago, but still going, still loving that. So that's the nonprofit side of things.
She also is now, people are questioning her because there have been a lot of allegations of her Romanian orphanage that she is helping out, that it has been, some of the orphans have been victims of trafficking. And I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it's seeming more and more true as I watch these videos.
Also pretty clear that she has a big PR team, and they're trying to control her every move to basically make her a national political figure. And that's why you hear her saying things like this.
He knew that evil wins when good people stay silent. And so for the rest of my life, I will make sure that I don't stay silent. I'll keep speaking the truth, no matter the cost.
Unfortunately for Erica, her PR team keeps dropping the ball. That's probably why she keeps getting caught contradicting her own past.
When I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than going, I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever. I just don't operate that way.
This is ridiculous. Okay, that's good. Beautiful blonde hair, her smile, her radiance. I can tell that she's got not only outward beauty, but inward beauty, and that's what I'm looking for in a woman.
Whoever approved her sit-down with Barry Weiss on CBS is terrible at their job. She couldn't stick to the script. Her body language went off the rails. And the entire interview looked wild.
What you consume and what you absorb from the outside world will manifest itself. No, I will never agree with political violence. My husband is a victim of it. I'm a victim of it. But what I'm trying to say here is that we can blame everyone else. We have to look in the mirror. When you become a father, when you become a mother, how are you raising your kids? Are you taking responsibility, or are you giving them a device and saying, go down that rabbit hole? I'm trying to go to Pilates class. You can just sit in the corner and look at your iPad or look at your phone and go down that rabbit hole and see what you can learn from that instead of being a parent. So my call to action from that is, parents, step up. Do you want your kid to be a thought leader or an assassin?
But there was an even bigger problem with this interview. Barry Weiss pushes ideas that directly clash with everything Charlie Kirk stood for.
What is so important about freedom of speech is that, as a utility, is that you're able to find the best ideas and find really bad ideas. And how do you do that? More speech. The solution is not to label them as a hate group and to say, the answer is more speech. As soon as you begin to silence, all of a sudden you're getting into the business of trying to tell people exactly what they're supposed to believe and how they're supposed to believe it.
He was murdered 3 months ago. If you go on the internet, and if, frankly, it is leapt beyond the internet now into real life, and you talk to many seemingly sane people, they do not believe that the 22-year-old named Tyler Robinson that has been arrested and charged with his murder is the actual murderer.
Who did they think? Yeah.
They believe any number of theories. They believe that Erica Kirk was his Mossad handler and that he was killed by a foreign government. They believed that she was tracked by Egyptian planes. They believe that the rings on her hand are signs of Illuminati. The theories themselves are absurd. What matters is that, because she speaks about this in the interview, the brain rot that social media is allowing to spread, the way that it is detaching us from humanity, from our ability to talk to one another and our ability to discern the truth from just out and out lies, is something that is incredibly important as a theme, I think.
It's insane how she labels anyone asking questions a conspiracy theorist. Meanwhile, the only reason she is running CBS is that CIA puppet Larry Ellison picked her for the job. Now back to Erica Kirk and Turning Point USA, because this is where the distraction campaign kicks in. They redirect grief, they redirect anger, and they redirect loyalty. Just look at Jack Poso. Over the past few months, he's positioned himself as a stand-in for Charlie while repeatedly framing Erica as the ultimate victim.
And what was done to Erica and their children, Charlie's family, it's an unspeakable evil. It's an unspeakable evil, one that will never go away.
So they did not. And look, we see these images of Tyler Robinson, these sick images of him. I've just found a new image, by the way. I'm going to send it as well. Just this sick image of him grinning. It's very clear that he's grinning, and caught in 4K.
He just looks weird too. Right, I guess that's not the best thing to say.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, there it is.
He really
he's sitting there grinning while Charlie's family is going to go through Christmas without their dad.
Okay, let me ask you right now, do you guys think that Tyler Robinson is the one that shot Charlie Kirk? Or do you think that there is a bigger conspiracy going on? I tend to think that I don't think he was the shooter. I tend to think there's a bigger conspiracy going on. I think there's a big cover-up going on. And I really would like to get to the bottom of it. And I've let everybody else try to get to the bottom of it so far. Candace Owens is doing a wonderful job, but I think this whole thing is bigger than what we've been led to believe.
He's sitting there doing it.
But that narrative falls apart pretty fast when you look at what she was doing right before Christmas. At the same time, Jack also pushes the idea that Tyler Robinson acted alone. No questions, no loose ends. Case closed.
So here's my question for people who don't think that Tyler Robinson murdered Charlie Kirk. And it's really simple. If you don't think that he murdered Charlie Kirk, then why haven't his parents come out and said anything? Because they turned him in. It wasn't the FBI. It wasn't Kash Patel. It wasn't Dan Bongino. It wasn't Utah law enforcement. It was his parents. So his parents turned him in. They're the ones who identified him. They're the ones who identified the gun. And if you're so sure that it wasn't Tyler Robinson, why do you think his parents haven't said anything? Notice nobody ever answers this question. And by the way, if you're also so sure, then why don't you go and ask his parents yourself? I haven't seen anyone even try to do this. Kind of weird, isn't it?
We keep hearing the same talking points. Tyler surrendered, so Tyler is definitely the one who assassinated Charlie. But I've already shown how this argument makes no sense because after confessing to the whole world, Tyler stopped cooperating.
And anything new on the investigation? You say he admitted that, confessed?
No, not again. He is not confessed to authorities. He is not cooperating. But all the people around him are cooperating, and I think that's very important.
As for why his family won't speak, well, it might be because of that crazy gag order.
Judge Tony Graff has issued a gag order preventing anyone associated with the case from talking about it. It's to avoid pretrial publicity, already a big problem in a case with massive media exposure involving a high-profile figure like Charlie Kirk.
We'll rule that as the witnesses become known to each side, that information is conveyed to abide by this order. Obviously, there are potentially many witnesses, and so it's not the expectation that you would be able to do that up front, but as they become known.
They could also be told to stay quiet because apparently the FBI was doing this.
So originally when I sent this video in to the FIB for tips, I thought I was doing a service and, to Charlie and helping out. So it started off where I got in contact, was talking to someone at the local field office there in my local state. And then it jumped up a few levels. Then I was talking to someone on the national level. That person had called me back and they had said, because this was your friend, I think it's best that you erase the video from your phone because it's just going to give you PTSD. And then called it another time to ask if I had erased it. That was the first time that I felt like it was even right to post these videos. That was on my other account that was gone and just was removed after 5 years of building it. But so I got a call back and was asked to confirm it was gone. And again, that's when I started sharing, posting, and saving on many different hard drives in many different places. It's been crazy. It's been rough.
So far, independent journalists have only been able to talk to Tyler's grandmother. Here's what she allegedly said about her grandson.
What's up, you guys? I just spent about an hour talking to Debbie, Tyler Robinson's grandmother. She said she wanted to set the record straight on some of the stories that came out. One, she never said that her grandson never fired a gun. What she said is that she didn't think that he would ever do anything like that. As far as she knows, he didn't have a lot of experience hunting, but may have used a gun before. Another thing is that it came to as a surprise to her and the entire family that Tyler Robinson was supposedly gay. As far as she had known, had known, that has never been the case. So she said that was a major surprise to her.
The simple fact is that even people on the other side of the world are calling this a cover-up. Yet, TPUSA asks everyone to trust the FBI without question. Since the assassination, TPUSA has expanded rapidly.
It's just unfathomable, but yes, by the end of this year, we'll be hitting $5 billion within all of our accounts, which is incredible. I'm so proud of our team. I'm so proud of our team. So that is definitely not going to be slowing down at all. I'm actually really excited about that. My parents instilled in me at a very young age, and Charlie's amazing parents instilled in him at a very young age, is tradition. My husband, as tradition, would donate his entire paycheck back into the organization. I am following suit. It is my honor and deepest pleasure to pledge my entire paycheck back into this organization.
Donor problems disappeared. The audience went global and their influence grew significantly. Of course, they can't replace Charlie, but in his absence, some other people have become very powerful. And when you point this out, they call you conspiracy theorists. I mean, Erica herself has told people to stop listening to influencers and instead get their news from legacy media, since they won't ever lie to you.
I get called so many names. I genuinely don't care. I really don't. I've told you this before. When you kiss the bloody dead body of the person that you love, it pales in comparison to being called XYZ. Charlie understood the importance of social media, of how to reach a generation that was not paying attention to conventional news. It's the type of generation that is watching TikTok and X and Instagram, getting their news from influencers, not truly journalists.
Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. I know. I love you. I love you. I love you. God bless you.
This powder does 3 things that they will charge you $10,000 for. But the FDA approved it, so they're screwed. 1. It releases stem cells from your bone marrow. 2. Blocks estrogen and boosts testosterone. 3. It floods everything with nitric oxide. It's like going to the clinic and ordering the entire menu, with stem cell therapy as the cherry on top. But it's chocolate and it costs a fraction of that. I'm going to show you something real quick. Just watch.
There's some seriously amazing benefits for the heart. Decreased blood pressure because you're getting increased nitric oxide, which actually helps the smooth muscle of the arteries. Now, the blood pressure effect can also happen due to the high levels of magnesium. It's also loaded with iron and potassium and copper and phosphorus and zinc. Number 2, it can increase your HDL, decrease your LDL, especially the oxidized LDL. Number 3, major studies showing the decrease in risk of heart disease, okay? This is the big one right here, decreasing endothelial dysfunction. This is where heart disease starts. It's the inside of the layer of the artery, specifically the coronary, that starts to become damaged, and then the cholesterol comes and the calcium comes and builds a plaquing and a clot. And so these antioxidants protect the inside layer of the artery.
That's not opinion. That's exactly what Harvard studied in over 21,000 people. Your $70 ceremonial cacao? That stuff is loaded with cadmium, poisoning your body while claiming to open your heart. Regular chocolate has about 50 milligrams of dead flavanols. This Black Forest high flavanol cocoa powder has 1,200 milligrams of pharmaceutical-grade extracted flavanol. Climbing stairs left me or someone else does it for you. On Truth Social, President Donald Trump said he plans to ban institutional investors like BlackRock and Blackstone from buying up single-family homes. Now that's big. These corporate giants sweep into neighborhoods, outbid regular families, and drive rent through the roof.
A new report finds that the Wall Street company Blackstone owns more than 60 apartment buildings here in San Diego County.
That report also says that in the past 3 years, rents in those buildings have gone up nearly double the market average.
Now, to be clear, Blackstone is not doing anything illegal by raising rent, but because the law only allows rent to go up so much for existing tenants, the author of the report, Jordan Ash, says it gives the company an incentive to evict people and raise the rent for new tenants. And he says that's what's happening.
So yes, this actually sounds like a step in the right direction. But here's the part people don't like to talk about. While we are trying to stop them from gobbling up our land, BlackRock has managed to score another win.
But we also think critically that we are very, very close to finishing up as robust a prosperity agreement as any country has ever seen coming out of conflicts like this. It will aspirationally mean large, large possibilities for the Ukrainian people, for people coming home from war who will find wonderful jobs out there. We're working with BlackRock, Larry Fink in this endeavor, and we think it's going to be very, very important for the people of Ukraine. And we believe that a robust economy correlates and works directly with these security protocols.
And that should tell you how much control these organizations really have over our politicians and our institutions.
Welcome to Meet the Press Now. I'm Kristen Welker in Washington, where we're getting new reactions.
All right, guys. That is it. Let me know what you think. Okay, I've given Erica the benefit of the doubt, but it's looking more and more like she may have known something. The fort, I can't pronounce the name, but the fort where she was seen, where Candace Owens said that her source said that she was seen there, along with the guy from Turning Point the night before. And she also admitted to Charlie texting two of his close friends that he believed that they, whoever they were going to kill him. And she still let him go. And if that was someone I loved and they had death threats, I wouldn't have let them go anywhere. So I don't know what to think about that, guys. But I did want to cover Charlie Kirk, but I just didn't want to throw any crazy ideas out there until I found a little bit more about what's going on. But Tyler Robinson is in trial facing this right now. And I really do not believe that he did this alone, or maybe not have done it at all. I believe he was a pawn in a much bigger plan. So let me know what you guys think. And as always, I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. And let me know if you want me to follow more about this case, because it's getting really interesting. All right, guys. Good night.